religion, you joke about who you are, what's true to you. Many of my jokes are going to be about severe mental health challenges because I suffer from mental illness. So I went into a psychiatry appointment. I said, "Doctor, I have something wrong with me. I don't know who to tell or what to do." He said, "I've been a shrink for over 40 years. I've heard and seen it all. Not this. I have the Andrew diagnosis. It's a little bit of OCD, mania, depression, germophobia, bipolar. Oh yeah, and I'm schizoaffective." He said, "Oh my God, you're a monstrous creature. I've never seen anything like this before." I shocked the hardened shrink. But over time, he began to salivate at the mouth. He wanted to help me, cure me of the Andrew diagnosis. But what he fails to realize, there's no helping me. My condition is permanent. It's really embarrassing when I go to a doctor for the first time other than my psychiatrist. The cute 20-something-year-old nurse comes into the room. She asks me, "What medications are you on?" I have to say, Latuda, Lamictal, Lithium, and that's just the L's. By the time I get to the R's, I feel like she swiped left on me like it's Tinder. She looks at me critically. Then she asks me, "Are you bipolar?" "Yes." "Are you depressed?" "Yes." "Have you ever been hospitalized?" "Yes." "What reasons have you been hospitalized?" "For psychiatric reasons." I should tell her the 2 medications that I'm not on, the 2 things that are not wrong with me. Then I hear her going to the hallway. She starts mumbling with another nurse. She's like, "What's wrong with this guy? Is he Frankenstein?" "No, I have the Andrew diagnosis. It's unlike anything she's ever seen before. It's my condition." So I'm a 33-year-old disabled adult child. I'm sitting back watching my life pass me by. My dad tells me, "Andrew, you need to pull the trigger." Meaning like a starting gun, begin the life, begin your race. This seemed like good advice until I mentioned it to my psychiatrist. Apparently, pull the trigger is really bad advice for somebody who's depressed. My doctor tells me recovery isn't instantaneous like the pulling of the trigger. It's more like moving sand. Erosion can occur like a setback. Moving sand? That sounds Zen and Buddhist-like. You can at least use the analogy constructing a house. Knowing me, I would construct my house on sand, and we all know how that would end. My house would crumble because sand isn't a good foundation. So I'm going out into the real world. I'm trying stand-up comedy. I love professional wrestling. I know oily men in their underpants trying to make each other submit with moves like the mandible claw and cross-faced chicken wing. It's a little weird, but I love the sensational entertainment. My favorite wrestler was Mordecai. He was a religious zealot, a lunatic that did crazy things in the name of religion. Also, while I was in high school, I worked as a bagger at a supermarket. When somebody wouldn't tip me, I would crush their bread and crack their eggs. All that destruction was stressful, so by the time break rolled around, I would go into the restroom, start to relax, let it all hang out. One time, thinking I was alone in the restroom, I began impersonating Mordecai. I said, "Sinners, forgive them, Father, but I will not." To my surprise, some guy calls out from the stall, "Are you okay up there, buddy? Is everything all right?" I was embarrassed and ashamed, so I ran out of the bathroom. But he pursues me. He comes up to me and he says, "I was really inspired by your religious message. I would like to join your religious cult." I told him I'm not a religious nut job, I'm a wrestling nut job. But I gladly took him up on his generous donation. Like a donation basket, you put money in the donation basket. Sometimes you have to explain the joke. That's precisely what I did there. Speaking of nut jobs, my mom can't have caffeine because just a little bit of caffeine makes her beat us faster. I'm just joking, my mom doesn't beat us, but a little bit of caffeine could literally kill her. One time my mom was drinking this water bottle, assuming it was decaffeinated. She took sips, she looks at the packaging and she says, "What? Oh no, it says OMG caffeine." She thought it said, "Oh my God, caffeine," as in an enormous amount of caffeine. We were skeptical, so we took a look at the packaging. It didn't say OMG caffeine, it said 0 mg caffeine. 0 milligrams of caffeine, meaning it's decaffeinated. What type of twisted beverage company running their packaging? OMG caffeine! Me personally, that's what I want in my coffee. I want an enormous amount of caffeine. I want OMG caffeine. I like to think of myself as an outside-the-box thinker, so maybe I can be innovative. Maybe I can create my own energy drink. Call it OMG caffeine. Remember that nurse? She came into my supermarket. I was her bagger. She bought eggs. I win. The caffeine is OMG, but my mental health is WTF. And oh my God, you've been a great audience.